Y'all here for the retro games, Vato, and today we're talking about the greatest handheld that man has ever conceived, fool. The Retroid Pocket 5. We all know how immaculate this device is from Retroid. It's one of the most fly handhelds that they've ever made. And my favorite thing about Retroid is every single time that they release a product, it's always better than the last. The build quality gets just a little more immaculate, and the Retroid Pocket 5 is no exception, fool. It's something quite nifty. So nifty that I had to make another video on it, because for the past couple of months this has been my main handheld, my main thing, you feel me? And with my time with the Retroid that I've had over the past couple of months, it's really just set in for me that this is the greatest handheld ever made. Now, I know what some of y'all are thinking. Well, what about the Odin? What about the Steam Deck? And I don't know, fool. It's just, for me personally, because this is the thing, money matters, the price bracket kind of counts, you know? If you got unlimited bread to spend, then for sure, fool. You know, if you're not in the Honda no more, and you in the Coupe de Ville, and you could go get you one of them, go get you one of them. That's a nice experience too. I've also had experiences with those. But I feel like Retroid really hits this perfect spot of affordability, build quality, and experience. The only manufacturer that really tries to go blow for blow with Retroid is Anbernic. And I always gotta shout out the RG Cube, fool. Because the RG Cube is quite nifty as well, but most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, the software experience on Anbernic devices is a little boof. It's a little rough. Now, of course, round here, Vato, we do not use the Retroid launcher. Round here, Vato, we using the Dash.io, Dish.io, or however you say that, fool, and it's quite ill. It's my favorite launcher. Everything about it's really easy to use, really simple to use, and relatively easy to set up. With that being said, Vato, if you're looking for a Retroid handheld that's preloaded with PS2, GameCube, N64, plus many more systems libraries, the emulators already set up, the BIOS already set up, plug and play, Vato. Make sure you head on down to Uncle Clay's Arcade, where we got the illest handhelds on the market, fool. Link in description, you heard? I know how it is, man. There's a lot of people that get these devices and you don't got a game library. And let me be real with y'all, the feds are gonna come knocking if you go and try to download all these games yourself. Personal experience, fool. I've had my internet cut off from a few different services now. You know, they will definitely take your internet down, fool. They will swipe that instantly if they catch you downloading all of these games off of the internet. My favorite thing about the Retroid Pocket 5 is the screen. The screen is something really to behold, Vato. You know, OLED panel, you got those perfect blacks. And every game you play on this device, fool, is gonna look absolutely bonkers. It's just like popping off the screen, you feel me? And that brings me to my second favorite thing about the Retroid Pocket 5, fool, is the build quality. Let's be real. Retroid has really stepped it up with the build quality on this device. We have a full glass front, sleek design as well. Very good buttons, very good thumbsticks. There's really not much I can complain about when it comes down to the Retroid Pocket 5. I don't know how Retroid is gonna top themselves, like, and that's actually the next video that I want to do, is predictions on the Retroid Pocket 6. I mean, the only thing that these fools can really do is add more power, but this OLED panel and the build quality, this is it. This is as ill as it gets right here, fool. Without a doubt. Indeed, Vato, on the Retroid Pocket 5, you're going to be able to play all the way up to the 6th generation of consoles. That's going to include the PS2 and the GameCube. You also got the 3DS as well. and anything beneath that, Super Nintendo, N64, obviously that's going to be light work for the type of hardware that we're dealing with inside of the Retroid Pocket 5. And in terms of performance with the PS2 and the GameCube, it's pretty much flawless, fool. You could play any game that you want to with no problems. It's quite nifty. It's quite an amazing time to be a part of the retro handheld space. Things are very exciting right now. Hardware is getting very, very powerful for the price. The next hurdle is going to be the Nintendo Switch for the $200 to $220 price range. Man, Nintendo's gonna be pissed off about that, ain't they? That's what I'm hoping for the Retroid Pocket 6, is a chip that can finally take on the Nintendo Switch. I know that the Retroid Pocket 5 can somewhat do it, like lightweight Switch games, some 2D Switch games, but nothing 3D quite yet. That will be the next barrier that I think Retroid, may be able to. I don't know if it's gonna be the Retroid Pocket 6, it might be the 7. Who knows? And you never know. Retroid might step it up and do a more expensive device. They might try to swing a little higher. But that being said, I do feel like the $200 to $220 price range is the sweet spot for a lot of retro gamers out here. In the comments, let me know what you guys think about the Retroid Pocket 5. Let me know your favorite things about it. Let me know what you dislike about it. That's probably going to be the most interesting thing for me, is the things that you guys dislike about this device. Also in the comments, let me know what you think the Retroid Pocket 6 is going to be. Do you think Retroid's going to go straight to the Retroid Pocket 6, or are we going to see a 5 Pro? When do y'all think that's going to release now? I'm hoping that they don't release another device until next year. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking February next year is when they're going to drop either the Retroid Pocket 5 Pro or the Retroid Pocket 6. Either way, I'm cool with it. Also, another thing I want to ask y'all is, what's your favorite launcher these days? For me, it's Dash.io. I'm ordering some Retroid Flip 2s for the store, but also for the YouTube channel. So as soon as I get those in the mail, fool, we're going to be checking those out. I know that's going to be an immaculate experience as well. What could I say? Around here on Papa Clay's YouTube channel, we team Retroid out here. We really is. We team Retroid. I think they're the best manufacturer. I'ma stand on that. They're the best manufacturer on the market. Indeed, Vatos. It's good to be back. I'm gonna have a lot of videos coming out here soon. We back on track. We back in the dungeon. We back in the basement. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so a young Vato can get out of the dungeon, can get out of the basement. And yeah, fool, I hope you have an immaculate day. Chase your dreams, fool. Whatever it is, fool, chase them. Alrighty, folk. I'll see you next time. We out this. We back better than ever, fool. I got my own music too, fool. Make sure you check that out now. I'm gonna play it on the outro. It's real fire. It's real clean, fool. I ain't just gassing it. I know I'm nice. I know I'm nice.
Before we got granadas, Molotovs throw in their casa, M14s, a few Mag-10s, MP5s, keep you alive. Go get them here of the strength of the if. Before we got a bundle bulletproof with a SIG, comes with a few hollow points in a clip. This top shelf, ill as it get.